believe we are live. I don't have a microphone for that, so who cares? Testing for the 100th time. Mhm. You know what I mean? Don't mind the profusely sweating. It's hot in here. Test, test, one, two, three, and I will see if this sounds about right. Good. Sounds very good. I'm finding out. Boo boo. Nature boy. Drizza. What up, what up? We don't know what we're doing yet. We're just getting started. Testing. Say hi to everyone. All right. Now we made sure it works. It is Saturday night, and I wonder what the world's been up to. No, we know what the world's been up to. Let's see. Body of American Israeli hostage, Harsh Goldberg's pollen recovered in Gaza. I don't know. Sucks. For years, she thought her son had died of an overdose. The police video changed that. It's fucked up. Very fucked up. Body of a woman missing for 2 years found under backyard fire pit. Roommate charged with murder. Roommate? I'm telling you, people are pieces of shit. On the first day without X, many Brazilians say they feel disconnected from the world. Hey, first Venezuela, now Brazil getting rid of X now? Let's see what this fucking animal from Brazil fucking. Let's see. The blocking of social media platform X in Brazil divided users and politicians over the legitimacy of the ban, and many Brazilians on Saturday had difficulty and doubts over navigating other social media in its absence. Control. They are controlling. The early shutdown of Elon Musk's platform started on early Saturday, making it largely inaccessible on both the web and through mobile apps after the billionaire refused to name the legal representative to the country, missing a deadline imposed by Supreme Court Justice Alexandra de Moraes. No, that's not Italian. is Brazilian, so it should be Portuguese. The blockade, the blockade marks an escalation of month-long feud between Musk's and Moraes over the free speech, far right accounts, and misinformation. Brazil is one of the biggest markets for X with tens of millions of users. I got the feeling that I have no idea what's happening in the world right now. Bizarre. Entertainment writer of Heavy X users Chico Barney wrote Threads. Threads is a text-based app developed by Instagram that Barney was using as an alternative. This thread algorithm is like an all-you-can-eat restaurant where the waiters keep serving things I would never order. So, in other words, threads suck. You know what? There's TikTok, but TikTok is becoming it's a bitch. You can't call nobody out on their bullshit because that's offensive to some. And you can't even say what you believe in because that's a violation of fucking the terms and conditions of TikTok. Anyways, so that's what's happening with X in Brazil. First, well, lately, recently, first it was Venezuela, now Brazil. Who's next? Who's next? See, this is what really fucking this is the boring part of news. I don't understand how football is news. It's just a bunch of overgrown animals ramming into each other. That's what that is. 49ers Ricky Purcell shot in robbery attempt, suspect arrested. Well, that's the 49ers. What do you expect? After death of many as 70 horses, owner of Oklahoma Rodeo Company's suspects' feed was tainted. Holy shit. See, this is the thing. I've thought about investing in chickens and livestock just in case our food system gets interrupted. But then I think, where am I going to get the food for these animals? I still fucking have to depend on the system. God damn it. See, this is a perfect example. 70 fucking horses died, and that was the feed's fault. Whoops. Somebody had a poopsie. Small town firefighters sawed through the Arizona border wall to rescue an injured man who waited 24 hours for help. Shouldn't have been there, bro. Israeli military says it has located several bodies in Gaza. Didn't they do that? How the fuck would they not know? Oh, look, we killed a bunch of people. Oh, but we found a bunch of bodies. Oh, I guess so, right? Ohio regulators, marijuana sellers can't give out food from ice cream trucks. What? What? I don't give a shit. Florida teacher arrested accused of using legs to put 3-year-old in a headlock during story time. Yo, that's gross. Imagine if she didn't shower. That's disgusting. No. Let's see. Let's find out what this Florida teacher, what she do. There has to be a good excuse why she put that little hellraiser, I'm gonna call him, in a headlock. There has to be a reason. She didn't just do it over. I know how kids are. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, but I'm just saying I know how kids are. Deltona, Florida, a Volusia County teacher was arrested on Saturday after deputies say she used her legs to put a 3-year-old in a headlock during class. According to the arrest affidavit obtained by WESH 2, WESH 2, Vilma Otero, 59, is facing child abuse charges after paraeducator in her classroom, witnessed the incident and submitted a Florida Department of Child and Families report. The paraeducator who was assigned to Otero's classroom at Forest Lake Elementary told deputies she was setting up an activity during the children's story time when she started to hear screaming and crying from the other side of the room, the affidavit reads. When the paraeducator turned around, she said she saw Otero sitting in a chair with the toddler between her legs. According to the affidavit, the paraeducator said the boy's face was turning red as he screamed and tried to free himself from the chokehold. So was the kid being was turning red from the chokehold, or was he turning red from screaming? Because that's two different things. I'm not saying either one is okay. I'm just saying that's two different things. The paraeducator took photos of the incident and sent them to deputies who they say saw the Otero's legs and feet placed on both sides of the child's neck, appearing to hold him in place on his back while Otero continues to reading to the other children in the classroom. Deputies were able to make contact with the child's family and the toddler after receiving DCF report because the child is so young. Also has autism. Deputies say they weren't able to communicate much with the boy. According to the affidavit, he was able to tell deputies he got in trouble at school and said she hurt me. Well, I mean, they were both in the wrong. Deputies say they found slightly redness in the child's neck. When the deputies responded to Otero's resident, the woman's told officials she had been a teacher for 36 years, adding the majority of her experience involved kids with special needs. Additionally, Otero told deputies she had received special training for teaching children with special needs, adding that the most common practice was to move children to another room when they needed time to calm down. The woman denied restraining the child in the way the paraeducator described, continuing to maintain her innocence even after deputies showed her the photos, the affidavit says. Because deputies observed physical marks on the boy's neck and were told by the paraeducator that the young child was attempting to flee from the position he was put in, officials say there was a probable cause to place Otero under arrest. The woman is facing a felony charge of child abuse without great bodily harm. The school district released the following statements. Volusia County Schools is aware of the recent arrest of a Forest Lake Elementary teacher. BCS is committed to the safety and well being of all our students and is taking this situation very seriously. As such as our professional standards department is currently conducting a thorough investigation to determine the appropriate next steps. Teachers is currently on administrative leave. That means she's still getting paid. I'm just saying, she's still getting paid. Hey, hey. Mississippi bus crash and kills 7 people and injures 37. 7 dead. Is that a 1%? Or what is that? Court stops Pennsylvania counties from throwing out mail-in votes over incorrect envelope dates. Well, we're not even in election month yet and it already started. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah is correct. Small plane crashes into residential home in Oregon, sparking fire. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. I recently heard about another case of somebody else getting sued for modifying their Tesla. Modification meaning they painted it a different color. Wah, 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 wah. You can't even modify your truck, your cars no more, according to Tesla. Firefighters tackle blaze opposite to the O2 arena in London. I guess that's news. Conviction of Adnan Saeed From Serial Podcast should be reinstated, Maryland Supreme Court says. One person arrested after Jewish student were attacked with a bottle at the University of Pittsburgh. One man dead, other burned after a neighborhood campfire exploded. Police in suburban New York County have made their first arrest under a new law banning face masks. This is so fucking. This is so crazy. Not even 5 years, not even 6 years ago, people were getting arrested. People were getting arrested for not wearing a mask. And now, guess what? Now you're gonna get arrested. At least in New York, you're gonna get arrested if you're not wearing a mask. How ironic how times have changed. Angie, thanks for the like. You're the real one. Let's read this. This is interesting. This is interesting. Police in suburban New York counties have made their first arrest under the new law banning face masks. New York police in the suburbs of New York City made the first arrest under the new local law banning face masks, officials have announced. Nassau County police says officers on Sunday night responded to reports of a suspicious person on the street near the Levittown. I got it. Levittown and Hicksville town line about 30 miles, 48 kilometers of Manhattan. What the fuck's a kilometer? They found Wessing Omar Ramirez Castillo. Sounds like Venezuelan. Wearing black clothing and a black ski mask that covered his face, except for his eyes. The department said the 18-year-old resident displayed other suspicious behavior, including attempting to conceal a large bulge in his waistband, refusing to comply with the officer's command. A large bulge in his waistband. A large bulge. Are you sure that wasn't the dude's cock? Jesus Christ. Officers, they said the bulge. Oh my God, it wasn't his cock. Officers say the bulge turned out to be a 14-inch knife. Oh shit. Ramirez Castillo sounds like Venezuelan. Was placed under arrest without further incident, police said. He was arraigned Monday in the Nassau County District Court, Hempstead, on misdemeanor charges of criminal possession of a weapon and obstructing governmental administration, according to the Nassau County District Attorney and Delaney's office. Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, a Republican who signed the mask ban into law early this month, said Sunday's arrest showed the rule working. Our police officers were able to use the mask ban legislation as well as other factors to stop and interrogate the individual who was carrying a weapon with the intent to engage in a robbery. He said in an email statement, passing this law gave police another tool to stop these dangerous criminals. You know what's amazing? I remember back in the days they used to, in this type of news, the most important news was it's a Hispanic male, it's a black person, it's a white person. But this time they're not even describing what he is from. I'm going to go on the fucking limb and say that last name is Venezuelan. Prove me wrong. I could probably prove myself wrong, but I'm not going to go do it because I want to be right. All right. Team across the U.S. holds moment of silence as sports community mourns NHL star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother. I think they got murdered somehow. Men arrested in Colorado, breeders killing, but puppies are still missing. You know what? There's bigger things happening in Colorado, like two whole apartment buildings being taken over by animals. I'm not even gonna. Ex-election workers want Rudy Giuliani's apartments, Yankees rings, and push to collect 148 million judgment. He has to pay that much. That guy has money, so who cares? Yo, whoever stayed and whoever's still there, whoever's giving a like, thank you. Uh, okay, we read that. No criminal charges for drivers in school bus crash that killed 6-year-old mother. That killed a 6-year-old mother? Wait, no criminal charges for driver in school bus crash that killed 6-year-old. Man, let me just. I don't get that. No criminal charges. That is right. What the fuck? I thought the person who wrote this didn't know how to write, but that is exactly the title of this article. No criminal charge for driver in school bus crash that kills 6-year-old, comma, mother. Is the 6-year-old the mother or the mother of their 6-year-old? What the fuck? I don't get it. The driver of a mini school bus that was struck and killed a kindergartner and his mother. Oh, it killed both of them. God, I'm so dumb. Mother, as they were both walking to school in a suburban New York, will face criminal charges but has been ticketed for failing to yield to pedestrians and using his cell phone. Well, there's that. He's getting away scot free. Tennessee high school cross country star collapses and dies while on run, official says. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably because of that smack scene. Remember those? Remember how they said it was okay to take him, but it really wasn't? The smack scene was not okay to take it. Speaking of Venezuelan gang activity confirmed by rural officials after release of Colorado women's surveillance video. I don't know if you've all seen this video, but this is the craziest shit you'll ever see in the US. And I really, really hope that the system doesn't fail us on this one and takes care of this. Officials in Aurora have begun to acknowledge the presence of Venezuelan gang activity in their Colorado City after the release of the terrifying surveillance video. For Cindy Romero, living in the 12th Avenue and Dallas Street, become a daily struggle against escalating violence and neglect, life deteriorating into a nightmarish ordeal marked by frequent announcements of crime and what she calls a lack of support from the city police. The police has said there's nothing wrong, there's nothing happening there, so I don't know. I don't know. She first noticed a gradual increase in crime in her part of the Denver metro area about a year and a half ago. It got worse over the last 3 months. We were constantly forced to take measures to protect ourselves, Romero said. I installed more locks, bought additional cameras, and parked further away from the building. Despite all these efforts, the situation kept escalating. We felt like we were being tortured. She reported seeing people move automatic weapons and engage in shootouts. I've seen handguns, rifles, scopes, and other firearms. It's got so bad the bullets even went through my friend's apartment and hit my car, Romero said. Despite frequent calls to 911, the response was nearly non-existent. The police would call me and say they weren't coming unless it was severe crime, Romero said. When I called the police to report a shooting, one officer asked if I had considered moving. Oh, what a piece of shit. What a piece of shit officer that was. If I could have afforded to leave, I would have. Romero installed multiple cameras that captured violent activity over weeks. Doorbell videos show a group of armed men forcing their way into the neighbor's home, and another night, her camera outside captured two men approaching a vehicle with handguns. Romero criticized the city officials for their failure to address the problem. You are elected to protect your constituent. You fundraise off your promises. Yet you left us to die. Like, what the fuck? Like, you think that these people have their best interest on you? Absolutely not. I don't know. I mean, it's horrible. I'm not saying don't do nothing because it's horrible. Brazilian court orders suspension of Villamar. We already read over that. They canceled that shit. Overseas swatting scheme wreaked massive havoc in U.S. with fake bomb threats, kidnapping, and plot to kill the president. What? Let's read that. That sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. For two Eastern European swatting, the political establishment in the United States over the past few years pure scripted entertainment. Lawmakers, election supervisors, and libtard Zoomers were all targets of conspiracy, including Nemanja Radovanovic from Serbia and Thomas from Romania. U.S. prosecutors allege the two allegedly made hundreds of fake bomb threats, ransom demands, and threats to officials in the U.S., wreaking havoc for the victims as well as the local federal authorities who respond to the calls and messages. The two individuals did all that with a simple internet connection from across the Atlantic, investigators says. In an interview with the Secret Service, investigators report charges of conspiracy to defraud the United States and for making interstate threats were brought. Radovanovic admitted to making swatting calls according to the court documents and detailed the scripts they would use. Like, I killed my wife and I want $10,000. I'll kill the man she was cheating on me with. Radonovic said in the script, he added that he would demand the money in a briefcase and said the type of weapon he threatened to use was a 15 something R15 something. Sababo is currently in custody of the U.S. Marshals. Ha! You stupid fuck. You stupid fuck. You know what? They have a little place called Guantanamo Bay. That's where they put all the terrorists. At Guantanamo Bay, that's where they put them all. That place should still be open, I assume. Stupid fuck is currently in the custody of the U.S. Marshals, and Ratass, whatever his name is, remains at large. Oh, they'll find you, don't worry. The two men are connected to 500 of the swatting calls to at least 250 police departments. Authorities about a fake threat or emergencies, U.S. officials familiar with the investigations told CNN attempting to create a massive havoc for entertainment. After January 6, 2021, attack on the U.S. Capitol, Sababo allegedly made a call to a crisis intervention hotline warning of a bomb threat at the Capitol designed to kill the president-elect Joe Biden. The group also called in false threats to report to universities, synagogues, and several government agencies. The calls are designed to force law enforcement to swarm and unsuspected victims' homes, businesses, and government agencies. Some of these targets include special counsels Jack Smith, Gabriel Sterling, the chief operating officers and Georgia Secretary of State, federal judge Tanya Chutkan, who is overseeing the election subversion case against Donald Trump and nearly 20 congressional lawmakers. Source familiar with the matters confirmed to CNN. I hope those stupid fucks get caught for wasting our tax dollars. You dumb fuck. Excuse my French. It's not French, it's just Spanish. Murder conviction remains reinstated for Adam Saeed. Whatever, we read that, right? Telegram repeatedly refused to join child protection schemes. Murder conviction. That's the other guy that got arrested for social media, right? Yeah. Murder conviction remains whatever. Michigan Supreme Court says businesses can't get state compensations over pandemic closure. Can I get compensation for that too? Men arrested for murder in case of couple missing from nudist community. Elon Musk X can proceed to trial in case against Media Matters after Texas judge denies dismissal request. A toddler cried nonstop during a flight. Two strangers locked in the bathroom. How is this news? Like, who the fuck gives a fuck who those fucking idiots fucking locked themselves? They were probably earning their fucking high mile points or whatever they're called. Mile high points, whatever. Mile high club. Columbus Blue Jackets forward Johnny Gradu dead in New York, Jersey bike accident. Oh no, they didn't get it. It was a bike accident, I guess. I don't know. I don't know things. Six arrested in crimes. Tourism bus group alleged ran LA-based car rental company for thieves. It's people, dude. Israeli military launches fatal airstrike on humanitarian aid convoy in Gaza. And yet you're gonna pretend, oh, we found a bunch of bodies. Yeah, it was you that left them there, you dumb fuck. Oh man, I got way ahead of myself. Michigan court, man arrested, Elon Musk, toddler crime. Menlo Park Police Department Tesla patrol vehicle pilot finds a Tesla that don't appear to be patrol cars of the future. No shit, they will die. It's on a battery. Columbus Blue Jackets forwards Johnny Gradu dead in New Jersey bike accident. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yep, that's where we were at. Fatal airstrike. Yeah, you're acting like you didn't know where those bodies came from. Boy 13 killed in stabbing attack. Sucks to suck. Thief who stole 20-kilogram gorilla statue from Melbourne retirement village admits he made a silly mistake. No, a silly mistake is when you step on someone's shoes. You stealing a fucking statue, that's not a mistake, dude. Fatal shootings stemmed from gaming platform dispute. See, this is stupid. Like, after Hurricane Barrel cooling centers were few and slow to arrive, the Houstonians of color, some died in the heat exposure. Divers take turn to enter a sinkhole in search of missing tourist. How'd they go missing? Man who escaped from Kansas prison was featured in book TV movie dies behind bars. Electric chair tested and firing squad prepare. South Carolina prison director says. You know, although it sounds harsh, I think the firing squad would be the best way to go. It's guilt free for everybody. It's just one bullet. Just make sure you point at the head. Whoever did it, I don't know. They should do that. Florida executes man convicted of killing college students, raping victim's sister in National Forest. Good. Kill that fucking piece of shit. Boar's head plans linked to deadly outbreak broke food safety rule dozens of time. Records show. No shit. I worked at fucking. It used to be Fresh and Easy. Now it's called BJJ, some shit like that. I'm telling you, those wings that they prepare, they smell like fucking fart. So if you buy wings from wherever BJJ sells, remember your wings smell like fart now. Yes, wings smell like fart. Anyways, Boarheads outbreak Boarheads plant linked to the deadly outbreak. Food safety rule dozens of times record. No, there's no shit. The only motherfuckers cares about making profit. So how is this a surprise? A Boar's Head deli meat plant in Virginia tied to a deadly food poisoning outbreak repeatedly violated federal regulations, including instance of mold, insects, liquid dripping from ceiling, and meat and fat residue on walls, floors, and equipment. Newly released records show government inspectors logged 69 instances of non-compliance with federal rules in the past years, including several recent weeks, according to document released through Federal Freeform of Information Act request. Inspections at the plants have been suspended, and it will remain closed until the establishment is able to demonstrate it can produce a safe product. U.S. Agriculture Department officials said in a statement Thursday, Boarheads officials halted production in Yara, Virginia plant in late July. The deed is done. The harm is done. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are going to do by shutting that down. Well, keep them out of business for being dirty fucks. Racist sign targeting migrants Kamala Harris posted over Denver's bus stop. It's not offensive. It's not offensive. I'm against immigration, especially the new immigration. Blacks. Oh shit! No, this is way too much. I was only happy with the illegal part when it says blacks must sit at the back of the bus. Camel and migrants must sit at the front. All right. All right. Racist racist sign targeting migrants, Kamala Harris posted at Denver's Aurora bus stop. Similar signs also posted at Chicago bus stop. All right. Racist and anti-immigrant signs that also targeted Vice President Kamala Harris popped up Thursday in multiple bus stops along Colfax Avenue in Denver and Aurora, and transit agencies in at least one other state reported similar incidents. That's not an incident. I wish I could say I were surprised, but in a year when a black woman could become POTUS, those with hate in their heart are going to coordinate these kinds of atrocious, expensive campaigns to stir divisions. Denver Council woman Chantel Lewis said in a statement on X. This bitch is fucking retarded. Do you know where this fucking hate is coming from? It's not coming from just fucking out of nowhere or where it used to come from. Well, partly it probably is. But I'm thinking the hate is coming from what the fuck is happening at those stupid apartments in fucking Aurora, in the same spot where this article's from. I mean, I don't know how stupid can you be. The first Denver sign was reported around 5 a.m. Thursday by a bus driver in the pool of a bus stop near the interstate of Colfax Avenue on Oneida Street, according to a news release from Regional Transport District. The two other signs in Denver were found in Colfax intersections with Garfield Street near St. Joseph Medical Center with Yosemite Street. That's near where Joey Diaz did all his painting the town red. Around 8:20 a.m. Thursday, one man in Denver Congress Park neighborhood spotted two white men putting up the sign at the bus stop at Colfax and Garfield. It was one of those things where you know something is out of place, but you don't know what's going on. Congress Park residents Bell. Let me see if I can be of a deer and show you guys this picture. This is great. So that's the sign. That's the sign in Aurora, Colorado. It says blacks must sit at the back. That's what that says. So yeah, pretty interesting. Oh my god, that's in a way it's funny. In a way it's funny, but I'm just saying I'm not in favor of it and I'm not against anything, but I'm just saying the hate's not coming from just the fact that they are racist. The hate's coming from the fact that there's two whole apartment buildings that have been taken over by gangs. So I don't know what the fuck people are fucking. Anyways, what the fuck do I know, right? Hey, where was I? Four heads raised. There it is. Afghanistan, after 3 years of Taliban rule, women silenced and oppressed as ISIS and Al Qaeda regroup. I said it last week. I mean, I don't know. If you don't want to hear or see women talk, I mean, you must be gay. I'm just saying, you must be gay some way, somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to read that because we already went over that last year. Ex teacher gets 5 years in prison. Ex-teacher gets 5 years in prison for threatening Florida judge in LGBTQ case. So, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, bitch. Canada's 2023 wildfire released more greenhouse gases than most countries. I'm telling you, Canada is a problem. It needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with. Canada is an issue. We cannot have that. Anyways, it's not true. Probe is closed into owners of Pulse nightclub where 49 died in mass shooting. That was like years ago, right? That's probably why. Officials probe death of Wells Fargo employee. Oh, this is what I wanted to read. Cubicle 4 days after scanning into work. This is how much work cares about you, right? And please don't forget that work cares about you that much that you could possibly die at work and nobody will notice till fucking 4 or 5 days later. So, let's see what this has to say. Officials probe death of Wells Fargo employee found in her cubicle 4 days after last scanning in to work. Clocking in, scanning in. Like, what the fuck is that? Scanning. I'm scanning in to work, people. Scanning. Clogging in, you dumb fuck. A 60-year-old Arizona Wells Fargo employee I'm gonna use says scanned, but I'm gonna use the proper term that we most of us know. Clogged in. A 60-year-old woman in Arizona Wells Fargo employee clocked into her office on Friday on. Well, that makes sense why they wouldn't find her in a couple of days. I thought this bitch died like on a Tuesday and they didn't find her till like Friday. I thought that was the case, but no, I was wrong. Then 4 days later, she was found dead in her cubicle. She was found till Tuesday. Holy shit. Denise Prudhomme, 60, was found dead on August 20 in her office in Tempe, police said. She had last clocked into the building scanned into the building at 7 a.m. on August 16, a Friday, and there was no further scan in or out of her office, authorities said. Tempe's police responded to a Wells Fargo office in the 1100 block of West Washington Street after on-site security called about an employee they believed to be dead. She was pronounced dead at 4:55 p.m., police said. When they called, the cause of death is pending determination by Maricopa County medical examiner. Police said the preliminary investigation showed no obvious sign of foul play. The investigations continue. It's not clear how Prudhomme had gone unnoticed for so long. NBC affiliate KPNX of Phoenix reported that she worked in a cubicle on the third floor away from the main aisle. An employee who spoke with KPNX at the conditions of anonymity said a colleague found her at the desk while walking around the building and that several people had smelled a foul odor but believed it to be faulty plumbing. Holy shit, she was starting to decompose and nobody had checked up on what that was. We are deeply saddened by the loss of our colleague Denise Prudhomme. Our thoughts are with her family and loved ones, and we are in contact to ensure they are well supported during this difficult time, the company said in a statement Thursday. Yeah, right. Are you okay? That's all they're doing. It is said that it is committed to the safety and wellness of our workforce, and that it is reviewing our own internal procedures after this event. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck did it go this long? She was there at least 2 more days. Counselors have been made available for support employees. Prudhomme Fellows employees were told of her death after the company notified her family, Wells Fargo said. So the only people who knew about, I know how word spreads at work, so everybody knew about it. It's not like they didn't know. Egypt sends arms to Somalia following security deal, sources says. Egypt and Somalia, huh? Towns officials shut down the boys' ice cream stand. Fundraiser death threats followed. For shutting, whoa. See, this is what I don't understand about people. Like, people get on such a high horse, and then if somebody's says something that they dislike and they're offended by it, they are so quick to attack a family member, to hope death upon you, to wish ill on you. They're so quick about it. Why are you people that way? Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't be animals. If somebody pisses you off, attack them. If I piss you off, attack me. Don't attack my family. What kind of shit is that? What kind of moral high ground are you on? Anyways, so don't attack minors. Texas megachurch faces exodus of worshipers after sex abuse scandal set off a summer of turmoil. Like, I don't know why you people act surprised. Like, this is what you expect from mega churches. It's to be expected. Texas megachurch faces exodus of worshipers after a sex abuse scandal sets off summers of turmoil. Summer Summer was off to a tumultuous start when allegations of child sexual abuse surfaced on a blog dedicated to Christian survivor stories. This time, the man involved had gone on to lead one of America's largest mega churches. Robert Murray, who founded the lead Gateway Church for nearly 25 years in an affluent Dallas-Fort Worth suburb of South Lake, Texas, resigned after the scandal came to light in June. His exes and thousands of evangelicals into a season of struggles that has lasted months. I'm telling you all, you should not depend on the church, no matter how religious you are. Justice Department watchdogs finds flaws in FBI reporting of sex crimes against children. Brazil's, no, we don't care about that. Ukrainians F-16 is destroyed in crash. Whoops, they had a poopsie. Oceanographers find underwater mountain bigger than Mount Olympus. Well, I mean, aren't we all living in mountains technically? We all live in a big mountain, okay? No matter where you are, you live in a big mountain because you're above the ocean. Don't forget. Lego to replace oil in bricks with pricier renewable plastic. So Legos are going to be more expensive. That's what they're saying. California Bowling Cities in fluid littering. 2 men are charged with toppling ancient rock formation at Lake Mead trials. Can't have no nice shit around people, man. Listen, if you go to a park to enjoy the sight, enjoy the sight. Don't be an asshole. Well, I think I'm done for today. It's almost 10. Well, this is it. Deuces, people.